ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast that I was going to do once a week, and I haven't done in probably a year. Just kind of a few things I think I wanted to go over, and I thought the easiest way would just to be to set the camera up and go through here and do it like this. You know, it's a lot faster. It's a lot easier for everybody. So for those of you who actually take the time to watch my videos, this is for you. Couple things. The biggest thing, I think, is a lot of people are curious about the van situation. So I was up in Michigan this past weekend and had a run of 3 really great gigs. I was excited about the trip. Friday night was a private party out on Lake Oakland up in Detroit. And then Saturday and Sunday was a private party, 2 private parties for the same person. And it was all great. Everything was going fantastic. Friday night was great. Saturday night was great. Sunday, I get to the venue. It's an amazing venue. It's this it's called the Wood Barn. I can't remember. I'll have to put a link to the venue in this video. But an amazing place. Like, I got there and I was super stoked, and the layout was awesome, and the people were great, and I thought this is gonna be a really cool gig. So I backed up to the door, I unloaded all my gear out of my trailer, and I put it where I was going to play. I come back, get in the van. I pull the van over on the other side of the parking lot, away from the building. And it was by the road, and it was by the entrance, one of the entrances of the venue. And I pull up, and I remember I got out, and I looked, and I thought, man, somebody was having an accident right here. They might hit the van. That thought literally went through my brain. And then the next thought was like, well, what's the odds of that? So I just was like, whatever, and went on about my day, set up all my gear, did a sound check. People start showing up to the venue. I get up and I start playing and having a pretty good time. And it's kind of a lot of these parties, when I start right when the event starts, people kind of filter in a little while later. So it was a little bit of a slow start, and we're just kind of hanging out. I'm talking and singing a few songs, and people start requesting songs. And then all of a sudden I hear sirens and all this stuff. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And somebody comes to tell me there's an accident. And I was like, oh, dang, okay, And so I turned everything off. Well, everybody had left where I was playing, and they had went out front to see the commotion. I get out there, and I see an upside-down car and another car all smashed up that's basically still connected to this car, and I see my van, and they're all in this little clump together, and I was like, oh, my heart just sank. And so I turned around. At this point, I'm like 100 yards away. I turned around, I went right back inside, and I grabbed my keys. Because I was like, hopefully they just are real close, and maybe they, because I'd heard they were having problems getting the girl out. Like, the ambulance, everybody was already there, and they're trying to get the girl out of the car. It was upside down. I thought maybe they need me to move my vehicle. And I get out there, and when I get up close, I could see the fender was kind of pushed out. You could see the gap was bigger, and then I could see dirt and debris all over my windshield. And I saw some scratches. And so at this point, I'm like, they have hit the van. And I was looking, my main thing was to look at the tires to see if they had hit maybe my front wheel. Because, hard enough impact on the front wheel like that can do all kinds of things. Break steering components and whatever, So I thought, hopefully it's just a little body damage. And at this point, I didn't know how bad it was. So once they got her out of the car, I went around, and that's what I told one of the officers. I said, this is my van. I said, can I go take pictures of the damage? I know I'm going to have to do all the stuff for insurance, and I want to do it before we move the cars. And he was like, yeah, no problem. So that's when I was able to get close. And the cars hit. I don't think anybody was going exceptionally fast. And like I said the other night, I don't want to point fingers, but one vehicle pulled, was going this way. The other vehicle was going this way. Well, this vehicle went to turn into the venue, and they just T-boned. Whatever else happened, I don't know. The car ended up on its top, and also the rear passenger side door of the car, of the car that had crossed traffic, landed literally on the hood, on the corner of my van. I'm going to tell you something. That thing must be built like a tank, because it bent my fender, wrinkled my hood up pretty good, crushed my headlights, scratched up the grill guard or the grill around the grill and some of the supports on the front clip, and then took the bumper cover and just kind of, when the car slid down the front of the car, that's when it crushed the headlight. It ripped the plastic bumper cover off and some trim around the wheel well. And but structurally, like I just spent about an hour on it today, just going all over it, and I actually straightened my door wouldn't open all the way, so I had to take the fender and manipulate it a little bit with about a 3-pound hammer and get it all bent back to where it was, and so the door would open or whatever. Anyway, so I got it all where the door's open, and got some good old zip ties on the bumper cover to the fender, just so, because I got to drive it tomorrow morning. I'm going back up to Wisconsin, and so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have pieces of plastic flopping in the wind, and I got it all back together, and I just got to looking at it real good. It's hardly any worse for the wear other than the cosmetic things. Like I drove it 520 miles back from the venue the next morning all the way back to Nashville, and if you were sitting inside, you wouldn't know any different. So, but with that being said, yesterday when I got home, and then yesterday morning I got up, first thing I did was submitted a claim to my insurance company, not for them to fix it, but to submit to the other driver's insurance, because I was obviously not at fault, sitting in a parking lot, in a parking spot at a business. That's when I found out, though, in Michigan, apparently when two people get into an accident going down the road, each person uses their own insurance to submit a claim for the repairs for the vehicle. So if you and some guy rear ends you at a red light, or you're slowing down in traffic and they rear end you, you have to go to your insurance company and pay your deductible and have your insurance company fix your vehicle, which everybody knows the moment you submit an actual claim for your insurance company to fix something, your rates go up, whatever the percentage may be, And so I was surprised to find that out. But anyways, long story short, because I was parked, I don't have to worry about that. Now, I still haven't heard anything back. The agent said that he's going to get a hold of the police report, which may take a day or two. And it's Delaney right there. He's getting the police report and all that stuff, and he's going to get everything together, and then they're going to submit that to their insurance, or however that works. I don't know how it works. I know some of my friends out here are actual agents, and so whatever I'm saying, if it's wrong, you're going to be like, you're an idiot. But I don't care, because it's not my job. I literally told my insurance agent that I don't want to deal with any of this. I just want to be told when I can go get or I just want to be told, that I can take it and get it fixed and get a check for the repairs. Nothing crazy. I'm not trying to get a bunch of money or none of that. I just want my vehicle fixed. I want it to look as good as it did the day she ran into it, which wasn't great and had some dents and stuff in the back of it, but it didn't have anything in the front of it. So with that being said, hopefully we get it all fixed and everything works out. And a lot of people were just curious. Some people thought I was driving. It looks like I, made contact with these vehicles going down the road, whatever. It wasn't anything like that. And again, the van is no worse for the wear other than just some cosmetic stuff, which thank goodness, because it's like taking the hammer out of a roofer's hand. I can't work without it. And so, super grateful for that. But with that being said, I got a super busy summer coming up. I mean, as busy as I want it, busier than I want it. I don't want to say that because I'm grateful to be able to stay busy. But so I'm going to Wisconsin this week. Got 2 shows, Friday and Saturday night. I'll be back Sunday night, and then Monday scoreboard, blah blah blah. Wednesday losers. Thursday I'm back at Doc's and Big Jimmy's and all that stuff, and then Doc's again Saturday. I'm doing all that. Let me just look to make sure exactly. But I'm here. Crap. I'm here for a little bit. I say a little teeny tiny bit. I get back. I'm here for about 2 weeks, and then Delaney's got hockey stuff going on in Budapest. They've got their skills camp, which they do every year, and so there's no games or no tournaments or whatever, but they're just working on skills for a while, for a week or so. So I'm going to go out there and hang out with her for a little bit. I've never been to Hungary, never been to Budapest, obviously, and pretty excited about that. We just got back from Paris, so this is the summer of travel, and I'm super excited about that. That's been pretty amazing. But anyways, going to Budapest. I come back from Budapest on the 19th. Man, I'm there for a while. Home for 2 days, and because Delaney's in Hungary, and I'm going for a little while, but I'm also working, and then Delaney doesn't come back. She's gone for over 2 months. So Gracie's going to be with Grandma in Bellingham. And so Delaney does come back, but she just has a lot of things, and so she's not going to be back in Nashville. So we're all going to meet up in about 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks in Seattle for a little bit. Bellingham, which is north of Seattle. We're going to meet there for a week or so I can hang out with them. We're just going to relax in Bellingham. I'm excited for that because I feel like a vacation when I go somewhere with Delaney. It's not a vacation because she has more energy than anybody I've ever met, and we go. And as great as Paris was, holy crap, it was hard to keep up with her. But anyways, so doing that, Bellingham, back from Bellingham is I'm off for not off. I'm playing in town when I'm here, but I'm leaving again on the 4th of August. I'm going back to Wisconsin, and then I've got another gig in Wisconsin the following weekend. Man, a lot going on. I probably won't even come back in August between the 2 Wisconsin gigs. I might. I probably will, just to get home because I'll be gone so long. So yes, I will come back for a couple days more likely. And then nothing until the end of August. I've got Northern Illinois. And so looking forward to that. That's kind of a rundown of what was going on. I've already made this video way longer than I wanted it to be. Just wanted it to be a few minutes to let everybody know what was going on with the van. And but that's it. And if you guys have any questions about where I'm playing and when I'm playing, I do have it posted on my Facebook. I need to get it up on my website. I'll do that at some point and all of that. So everything's good, and life is great. I don't know what else to say other than thank you guys for hiring me, bringing me out, letting me spend time with you and your friends and family and all that stuff. And I will, voice cracking, and I will see y'all on the road.